Go ahead and give us some of Love in A Minor.
Welcome back to Baller Business. I'm your host, Lala, and I'm your lovely co host, Cisco. Lala flashed a smile his way before turning her attention to the camera. If you're just tuning in, you've joined us just in time. Before the commercial break, we were just getting ready to serve up some piping hot tea. Today's special guest used to be signed under the Black Beats Entertainment label and sang with the popular band we all know and love. Baller babes, please put your hands together and welcome to Baller Business, Brandy Green, former lead vocalist of Love in Minor Keys. While the audience applauded, Lala and Cisco stood from their armchairs to greet the brown skinned woman in the form fitting red pantsuit, crossing the studio stage. Lala proffered her hand first. After shaking Lala's hand, Brandy shook Cisco's. They waited for Brandy to be seated in the armchair on the opposite side of theirs before they sat down. Once sitting, Lala extended another greeting. Welcome, Brandy. She smiled and tipped her head in their direction. Thank you, Lala and Cisco, for having me. Lala responded cheerfully. You're welcome. And thank you for agreeing to come on the show. Well, let's get right to it. Tell us exactly what happened. Why aren't you with LMK anymore? Two words: Jamin Love. Lala leaned forward and inquired in a coaxing tone. Please tell us more. What about Jamin Love? The man's a total. Oh, Lala held up her hand. Hold on now. We try to keep it classy and clean around here at Baller Business. Hmm. Okay. Simply put, then, he's rude, condescending, and acts like a dictator. The man's attitude stinks like hot garbage. He was always grumpy. I'm talking rude, obnoxious, and overbearing for no reason just because. It made working with him impossible. Was he like this every day? Every single day? Lala urged. Brandy
Mm.
nodded. Yes, pretty much. And he didn't let up. Was it like this with everyone else in the band? Cisco interjected. Everybody else was cool. It was all him. He criticizes everything and goes overboard being a perfectionist. You can never do right by Jamin. He compared you to his cousin. I mean, I get it. Cammy was great. The girl could sing. We all know this. But how can you show him what you've got when he's already shooting you down, comparing your skills to hers? And forget about having a say on anything, because what he says goes. No one questions him. Overall, it was a toxic environment. I just couldn't take it anymore. Cisco Tisk. With Brandy leaving, how many lead singers does this make that MK has gone through? Can anybody keep up? Lala quickly
Mm.
forced. Let's see. I think she's the fourth singer they've had in the last year since Cammy's untimely passing. And since Brandy's not the first to say he wasn't able to work with Jamin, it's obvious what's going on here. Cisco agreed with the head bob. Yes, Lala, it's pretty clear that Cammy's death is still affecting him. I believe in taking a break, which they did, but personally, I don't think Jamin's given it enough time. If anybody in that crew needed more time off, it was him. She was family to him. Grieving is a process, and time is needed to go through each stage until you've accepted or rather learned to cope with the loss. However, I also know because of their contractual obligations with Black Beats, they had to get back out there. So I can't imagine how hard it is for Jamin to have to replace his cousin with a complete stranger. Neither, but he's wasting Black Beats money with this revolving door. Jamin can't keep this up and expect Derek to be okay with it. I doubt he is. Your friend is about making money. And at some point, he'll make an executive decision and Jamin will have to accept it. Cisco said, waving a dismissive hand. Brandy shut
Mm.
up and retorted. Doesn't mean Jamin will change that funky attitude and that person will be able to have to deal with it. The problem is keeping the artist he works with. Cisco exchanged a wide eyed glance in Lala's direction. He picked up his cup of tea and leaned back. His eyes ping ponged from Brandy to Lala before taking a sip. Lala smirked. Good point. And let's not forget that LMK was at the top of the charts prior to Cammy's death. For a couple of years, they were hitting it big in every category. I believe they were on their way to winning a Grammy. No, I retract that. I know they would have taken home a few had this tragedy not happened. It's so unfortunate James is unable to work with others. Cisco sat up and returned to the table in between them. He popped his lip. I'm going to say this. They're going to need to bring in a powerhouse voice, and that person must be able to deal with genuine love for this band to get back to that level. Because if they don't, I'm not sure what the future will be for LMK. Lala.